The effects of domestic violence on children.
Sending emergency.
My mommy and Jeffrey are having a fight.
Is she hitting her?
I'm talking to the police, Mommy. Stop it! Stop it, baby! Stop it!
Studies show that 3 to 4 million children between the ages of 3 to 17 are at risk of exposure to domestic violence each year.
Men who as children witnessed their parents' domestic violence were twice as likely to abuse their own wives than sons of nonviolent parents. Children exposed to domestic violence may feel anxious, fearful, worthless, guilty, depressed, and angry. They may endure physical stomach aches, headaches, and bedwetting.
Long-term children exposure to domestic violence could result in poor school performance, developmental delays, and permanent psychological and emotional trauma. If you're suffering from domestic violence and are already in the social services system, ask about the Invent Your Future app.
Growing up in a household full of fighting and abuse between my parents definitely took a psychological toll on my well-being. I became depressed at a young age, which affected my whole life. I always knew I did not want to end up like my parents, but little did I know I would become a victim of violence from the love of my life. We had one child together who witnessed physical violence numerous times. We have been visited by social services and have started treatment with their help. My social worker has provided my family with emails, flyers, and business cards of local resources that could help with our situation. I never took the initiative to follow through with any of these programs, but one day I was in the social services waiting room and recognized the logo from one of the old flyers she had handed me. It had the slogan, "Invent Your Future," on the logo. I asked and found out that this was an app to be used as an additional resource alongside a secondary prevention program. This app can be used on tablets, phones, and computers. This app is set up to help and educate families on the effects of domestic violence. It showed me cases of children growing up in families that had ongoing domestic violence, and I could relate to many of the feelings that children feel when they saw their parents fighting, including feeling worthless, anxious, and depressed. I could not imagine my child having to go through these same feelings any longer, so I knew I needed to find a community resource to help me break free from this domestic violence. After creating a profile, this app directed me to local support groups where I could talk to others going through similar situations. This app also assisted me with finding a local shelter where I was able to live with my child after I moved out and broke ties with my significant other. This app saved my life and provided me with a lot of great resources I can use for the rest of my life.
If there is violence in the home, the kids get the picture. So get educated and create a healthy picture.